In New York, you have several guys who, you got the guys up in, there's a scene up in Harlem, and you got guys like Patience Higgins and a few other guys who are out there in the trenches. They're running the sessions, and they turn a lot of young guys on to, a lot of young guys owe their careers to people like that. Then in Brooklyn, you had Eric Wyatt and a few other guys that I could name, but we're talking about Eric, so we'll focus on him. Eric has turned on a lot of guys, man, like the Strickland brothers, E.J. and Marcus, a few other ones. So I was in need of a piano player. Anthony Wanzi couldn't make some of the gigs. I said, well, who can I get? He said, well, there's this young guy named Robert Glasper, who's, Robert's a mega star now. But he said, Robert is playing at this place in Brooklyn called Pork Knockers with the mayor. I said, oh, you mean that tenor player, Eric Wyatt? Yeah, the mayor of Brooklyn. So I went out to Pork Knockers to check out this young piano player. And that's how I met Eric, But he's turned on a lot of guys, a lot of young guys owe him their careers, And the thing that I like about Eric is that his profile isn't as high as other people, but he's not bitter about it. Hopefully this record will fix that, will change that, because he's been out here on the battlefield as a warrior for a long time, and when he called me to do this recording, which was a tribute to Sonny Rollins, the reason why I did it, a couple of reasons why I did it is because I love Sonny, it was a no-brainer. I love Sonny Rollins. So to be a part of this was an honor for me. But even more important than that, we love Eric. Eric is a good guy. Let's see, Willie Jones III, one of the greatest drummers in the world. We've played together a lot. We've done a few recordings together. So it was great to play with him. Because, everybody on this date, we're family. We're not strangers. Benito Gonzalez, I know, and I've done some playing with him. J.D. Allen, I've known since he was about 14, 15 years old. Charles Gould, the drummer, I've been knowing Charles since he was a baby in diapers. In fact, his dad and I played, his dad, Ned Gould, wonderful tenor player, we played in Harry Connick's band. I held Charles in my arms like this when he was a little baby. So, I feel a very special, warm feeling towards him. Eric Wheeler, the bassist, I met him when he was still living in D.C. before he came to New York, and I was playing at a place called the Bohemian Caverns with Ron Carter, and after we finished playing our gig, I went to this jam session. God, I can't remember the name of the place, but there was Eric, swinging, man. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? And, aside from being great musicians, all of these people are nice. They're just nice, good guys. No egos. And that was just such a good vibe in the studio. So we're all family, man. Sullivan Fortner, another fantastic pianist, who I didn't get a chance to play with on the session, but he was there. And we were all hanging out that day. I heard about him from the late great piano player Mulgrew Miller. Before Sullivan moved up here, he was still living down in New Orleans, and Mulgrew told me about this young kid who was still in his teens, who was going to make a major impact on jazz piano. If he ever came to New York, people are going to be talking about it. And sure enough, that's what happened. And Anthony Wanzi, I met him about, we're talking about almost 30 years now. He was playing in Nina Freelon's band. We had done some tours together, my band and Nina's band, because we were on the same label at the time. And that's how I got turned on to him. Phenomenal pianist. So, we're all family, man.